Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Survival Fountain of Youth. So the last time we managed to explore most of the island, find most of the interesting sites. There were a couple of locations that I didn't quite get to, but we have pretty much finished the main island. There are still a couple of underwater and overseas sites, one being the sunken ship, where we can find some pretty important items, and the Lonely Rock, which progresses the story. So I think I did a little bit of chopping down logs and collecting bamboo offline after the end of the last stream. I think I did that because we're at the point where we have to basically build a canoe, so that was basically work that wouldn't be very interesting to anybody to watch, so I did it offline. Just for full disclosure, I have finished the entire game now, or at least what's available right now, so none of this is blind anymore. But at the same time, that should make the gameplay a little bit snappier, right? So I don't have to sit around and wonder and discover things by myself on stream. Alright, and here we are. It is morning, perfect. So I think I slept a bit in order to recover health. I fed myself and drank. I think I collected these offline as well. So I spent a couple of days just doing stuff like collecting water and stuff like that. And there's some bamboos, yes. And yes, I did chop down some logs. And yeah, so I did 2 cartloads of logs. So that should be pretty much everything that we need in order to craft a canoe. And here's the deer hide that we need. Well, the dried hide rather. Did I have these workbenches? I may not have, but anyway, this is the tanner workbench. So when you kill an animal, you can harvest some hides from it, which I think is the fresh hide here. What you do is come here and then turn it into processed hides. Then you take those processed hides and put them into here to turn into dried hides. So you can look at the crafting recipe here. Produces dried hides from processed hides. So it's a 2-step process. So this one you have to sit here and actually do it yourself. It takes about an hour or so. My skills have gone up a bit, so it's about an hour originally. This one you have to actually wait like 18 hours. Yeah, 18 hours, including any skill discounts, but it's normally 18 hours. So for this one you just hang it and it just happens over time. The good thing is that you can do other stuff while that's drying, so yeah. And I think I may have built a dehydrator as well. Perfect. And I made myself some dried dates. You can also upgrade them to actually get more slots. At this stage, 1 slot is good enough, but later on, as you start salting and doing stuff like that, you actually want to upgrade it to 2 or 3, depending on how quickly the food rots. But dates actually take forever to rot away, so yeah, you can just collect the dates and then just dry them. And because we have this protected box, that means that these things take longer to rot. So normally it takes 80 days, 136. Although your drying skill does affect how long these things last for. So if you look at the skills, drying, yes, it makes them last longer. Same with cooking, I think. Here, there is a more advanced box you can craft, the large wooden box. But you need you need wooden planks. That requires copper basically, but it triples the durability. So that protected box better preserves food, whereas this one perfectly preserves food. And it's got the biggest storage, I think. Yeah, pretty much the biggest storage in the game. So I picked up a whole bunch of water. That should be enough to tide us over for at least 1 trip. So the goal will be to craft the canoe, explore the underwater sites, and then get to the other island and pick up some, well, if you have time, probably in the future, but we'll mine some copper and then we'll bring it back here, as well as some clay. Okay, so I finished 2 books as well. So athletics and fishing, and I'm nearly done with the 3rd book. I think in the main island you can only find these 3 books. Reduces how much damage we take from falling, which is kind of important. Kind of useful actually, because falling is pretty painful. This one is kind of useful, but the one for archery is amazing. Basically it means that your arrows have a 50% chance of not taking any damage, which is really important, right? Really useful. It actually makes the bow super powerful. And yes, I actually want to craft a bow as well. I may have picked up, yes, I picked up one of these guys. May need more. Yeah, I may have screwed up. I may need more. Indian bow frame, okay. That requires only 1, okay. So you've got the crappy weak bow, and then you've got the wooden bow. And then after that, you got the crossbow. And you got different types of arrows. So yeah, you can actually see the plans that you haven't yet unlocked by clicking on the eye. In any case, let's focus on building the canoe. Time is flying, Jesus. What do I need? These are split logs. And by the way, I don't recommend going for the raft at all. You want to go for the canoe, right? You can improve the raft, but it's really not worth your time. You may as well go for the canoe, I think, because it only takes dried hide. Aside from that, it's pretty much the same. Well, the same materials as with this. Later on, you can get the catamaran, which is amazing, but you need copper. The best ship that we can make at this point is the canoe, which we'll do now. 2 split logs, which I should have. 15, okay, I need 3 lianas and dried hides. 2 dried hides. 2 split logs. And 2 or 3 lianas in any case. We've got plenty. Okay, so according to my calculations, if memory serves, I should have enough to make it. Yes, correct. Let's build the docks first. What do I need? What do I need? Build a toolkit. Okay. I think we need 3 for the dock. Okay. You may as well make yourself 6 because the dock needs 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna pre-make some. Right, and that unlocks a huge amount of blueprints. Reason being that you need those building toolkits for pretty much any kind of construction. So yeah, the dock requires 3. And yeah, pretty much anything requires a builder's toolkit. Now the concerning thing about this is that these toolkits require logs. And logs permanently chop down trees. So yes, the one scarce resource in this game is logs. That is irreplaceable. It's kind of like matches in the long dark. You gotta really worry about them. So because of that, I wouldn't bother constructing any kind of housing or anything like that. There is a perk you can get here, so I may do that, but generally speaking, I think building large houses or anything like that is not a good idea. You may as well actually rely on things like tents. Or once you get your canoe properly upgraded, that can actually serve as your base. So there's no need to build houses anywhere. And frankly, I find this cave to be really good as a base, so once you have a ship, it doesn't really matter where it is. So the cave isn't in the best location. Being in this little corner away from resources is actually not a good situation. But once you've got the canoe, you can actually quickly traverse to any location within the island or other islands. It's not really a big deal. Okay, unfortunately, the dock has to face this way. So I want to put this as close to the rock as possible so I can avoid the risk of falling into the water as I try to walk onto the dock. Alright, place that. It will take 39 minutes. And we have a dock. Right, so we need to build a couple more. Okay, so the reason I talk about getting more builder kits is that there's a perk point there. It's not absolutely necessary, but it is useful to have, right? Because it allows you to fast travel directly to the island. So from that perspective, it is useful. And it's a little bit difficult to actually make more builder's kits. On the island, that is. Oh, Scorpion. How did you... Oh, goddamn, that's annoying. That interrupted me. What level of perk do I have for this? Right, concentration 1. So you want to get at least 1 level of concentration, I think. Just because it allows you to see things like, say, your cards. Stuff we dropped. Important items. I think these things show up in the map anyway, right? But it does help if you can actually see them. We do retain some progress. I'm thinking that I shouldn't build the ship just yet. Maybe wait until tomorrow. Let's see how long it takes. It should take about 1,000 hours, I think. Oh, okay, 10 hours. And you can only do it during daylight, so... I'll do it. I have to repair the axe. Oh, the obsidian... No, don't use the obsidian axe. Actually, I could have used... Yeah, this would have been a good opportunity to use the obsidian axe. But, yeah, the stone axe doesn't. The stone axe is good enough. Okay, so what I want to do is actually finish reading the book while we still have daylight. 1 hour... yeah, okay. Now shooting, that is amazing. That actually makes the bow really useful. Yeah, 8 hours, okay. Okay. That gives us a perk, plus we unlocked the plans. Improved canoe. So the basic canoe comes with a protected box, a basic bed, and a fishing stand. So yeah, it's basically a base. The downside of the bed is that it's exposed to the elements. It's kind of difficult to move the canoe under shelter, right? So you kind of want to upgrade it. So 1 liana rope and 3 wide leaves. So once the initial construction is done, the upgrading is actually very quick. And I think we got a perk as well. Yes, we did. I've got 4 perks. Should I get these guys? Let me get these ones. They're really useful. This one, not so much. But this one, definitely. We'll get that one later. Right. Now, flexible branch, blueprints, gives you a bow frame. Now, this one requires ropes made of skin, which requires dried hides. Okay, so 1 dried hide equals 2 ropes made of skin. Oh, here. Okay, 1 new blueprint, which is, yeah, the bow frame. Oh, I have to upgrade the workbench. Okay, so upgrading the workbench would allow me to make the bow frame, the tipi roof, the improved fishing rod, copper, and copper materials. At this point, it doesn't really matter, but I do want the bow. for that reason, I think it's worth expending 1 log, which equals 2 split logs, and 4 ropes, which I do already have. So generally when it comes to upgrading, you only want to start the process once you have all the materials. Because once you start upgrading, the workbench becomes unusable. So as you can see here, I can't do it. I can cancel it, but yeah, but why start it when you're not ready? The improved workbench takes up a bit more space, so... Okay, that needs an axe. And we're just in time, okay. Oh, okay, I need 3... Okay, so I did make a mistake. I need 3 flexible branches. Okay, right, we don't have much energy, so let me sleep tonight. And then we'll go check it out tomorrow. Anyway, so I think I need a couple of liana ropes and 3 wide leaves to upgrade the canoe. Okay, upgrade. But do not actually upgrade because, yeah, there's a chance of injuring yourself. Both from the darkness and from low energy. Here, okay, so we can go up here and then we can cross across to here. Or we can come across here and then go down or go up there. There's flexible branches there. We need 3, but you might as well pick up as many as you can. Do I need bamboos? Yeah, actually bamboos would be useful. So let's go pick up some bamboos as well. If we're gonna take some wind chill, we may as well get as much as we can. Oh, actually, no. I'll tell you what. Let me finish this, and then we'll go up here anyway, because we have to go and spot this area. Yeah, okay. We'll take the canoe instead of running. We'll take the canoe. It's actually very, very fast. And that makes the box bigger, right? Right, now upgrade. You need 4 long sticks, 1 D hard, and 2 big branches. Easy. So as you can see, it's worth collecting all the materials that you think you're gonna need for construction. I always have a bit of a stock, so I should probably replenish my stock of long sticks. I mean, you can skip the upgrades to the canoe, right? But it doesn't really cost much, and the benefit is actually quite nice, so... Especially the big box, and yeah, the tent instead of the bed. Okay, this is definitely gonna break. Yeah, I think I should start thinking about a new axe. Reason being that repairing gives you diminishing returns, and I think I'm at the stage where it's actually worthwhile to make another axe. The rule of thumb that I have is that once it gets to about halfway done, it's not really worth to repair it. You might as well make a new one. I still keep it so I can actually use it in emergencies, but I've got enough massive stones to do that, right? Oh, rope, okay. Oh, that's worth thinking about. I think I have enough lianas. And it's raining, perfect. Now that's a tent. So that's actually protected from the sun and water. So when it rains, we're actually protected. Okay, we're definitely going nowhere in this rain, so... let's think about crafting some other stuff. How about a chemistry workbench? I think it allows us to make lamp oil, so could be worth it. Don't have much clay. Okay, I don't have enough long sticks. What about a pottery workbench? A half log. Okay, let me make that. Just in time. Okay, now this allows us to make clay strips, which I can then use. We want this. So that requires clay strips, which I can now make. I've got an egg that produces 5, so it's definitely worthwhile. If you have enough clay, of course, which we don't really have, but yeah, you can also use clay to preserve food. And that egg is just about to spoil, so I need to finish that chemistry workbench ASAP. Alright, let's go get some log sticks. I'll pick up just 1 for the time being, just because the egg is urgent, so... 1 hour and 2? Right, perk point plus, what can I do with this? Yes, I can make some lamp oil, perfect. So, all that fat that we got from animals, we can now turn into lamp oils. And for lighting, it's actually really, really useful. So 1 fat converts into 1 lamp oil, which lasts for 4 and a bit days. So it's amazing. Very, very good if you want to do any work at night. Perfect. Not only is the feathering ink more efficient than just charcoal, So low efficiency versus high efficiency. One of these guys turns into 5 of these guys. You do have to expend a bit of clay, but it's worth it. Just because it makes mapping so much quicker. There is another area that we need to explore, which is up here. So we got to the water source, and I could also pick up some cattails while I'm there. And we need to pick up these 2 guys. So I think the last time we got up to here and had to come back. And then we'll go southwards, pick up this stuff, land the ship here, come up, and then get some flexible branches from here. And then we'll make the bow, hey? We'll make the bow. And I have a ship. Hell yeah. Let me get this one, just because poisonous animals are annoying. So if you get this perk, you don't have to worry so much about this one, the poisons ones. Because you're not really gonna run into snakes, are you? Unless you're being a bit dumb, which does happen, but being able to see the animals is much better than you know, being able to resist the poison. And now we can actually go there now, because we've got the canoe. The other ways would have been to find the remaining pieces of Native's map, or get the clues from the Spanish way. In any case, there. Now sailing does go up pretty quickly, by the way, the sailing skill. If your sailing skill goes up too much, your ship ends up going too quickly, and you end up slamming into the waves and you take damage, so yeah. Gotta be careful. Once you get the catamaran, it's not a worry, but up to the canoe still. It's a bit of a nasty surprise, I have to say. If you go fast, you actually damage your ship. But it is definitely much faster than running up there. And I think that island contains nothing. Let me get up to here, and then we'll go up and check it out. Check that stuff out. And that's a rock that I spoke about. Sailing, level 1. I see a chicken, but no tortoises. So yeah, this spot and this spot down here are kind of iffy. Oh, there is a tortoise. Okay, I see it. I see a tortoise. It's just a measly crab. Okay, I need food. Oh, yeah, so once you target animals, they kind of get wise to you. Maybe you're supposed to get them from behind or something. Is that a crab or a tortoise? There's chickens in the background. Are you a tortoise? Please be a tortoise. Oh, you are a tortoise. Okay. Okay, I feel evil, but gotta do it. Sorry. I'm such an evil dude. Yes, and it has a shell. These shells are actually the best mortars you can find, so definitely worth getting. And that broke. But I got a second one, so screw you, game. This is why you carry multiple cutters. But yeah, tortoises are pretty scarce. 50 days, look at that. Okay, right, I may run into jackals, but I want to get the jaguar potion and go up there and check this place out. There should be a special item there. Yeah, this is why you get concentration level 1. It helps quite a bit. It's a bit cheesy, but yeah. It's a bit cheesier. But until you get a grasp of the game... Are you coming at me? Are you coming at me? Bloody bird brain. Anyway, so until you get a grasp of the game, you may as well take advantage of the perks, right? Especially how to recognize animals and stuff like that, like snakes. Okay, yeah, there is a bit of loot around here. Uh-huh. Shit, that was ugly. Jesus. Okay, come at me, bro. Uh-huh. Are you running? I think he's running. In your ass. Don't wind up me, pendejo. You asked for it. Energy is getting kind of low, but yeah, like I said, we have a bed now. That ship is a bed. So the fully upgraded canoe is basically a base. For all intents and purposes. As long as you got food and everything else, you can actually... Oh, hello, that's good. I'll need that for a pick. But yeah, as long as you've got enough food and water, That ship is basically a base. Okay, so we have visited this. Just double check. 7 sites, okay. I am running low on energy again. But we should still have... Yeah, we've got just enough daylight. And there are things like oranges and stuff like that you can harvest, you know, long sticks. Yeah, do I have enough food? 6? Yeah, 6 is good enough. You don't really want to have too much food, right? Because it rots. Ah, falling damage, okay. Right, and there's a mural as well. And a whole bunch of collectibles, apparently. Ah, coconut, yes. Did I drop them there? I may have. Aha, that's one native map. There's also arrows, perfect. So with the perk we unlocked by reading the book, 50% chance ammo takes no damage when shooting, basically means that the 5 arrows we picked up will be good enough until we get copper arrows. Although technically speaking, you don't even have to bother with copper arrows, to be honest. Another perk. That should be that. Right, 8 interesting sites. So there are 2 more. Okay, I'm really low on energy, but I would like to get to the water supply. I may run into a jackal. Oh, in fact, I probably will, but you can see the water supply there. I want to get some cattails. Ah, so heavy. Heavy. May need to drop a few stones or something. But there is also clay. You know what? We'll come back for that later. Oh, actually, I need the cattails. Yeah, I need the cattails. I can ignore the clay, but I need the cattails. There is a jackal there. Or maybe it's a dog. And there are snakes, which I can now see. That's a snake. Although ironically, the fact that they're highlighted in red makes it kind of difficult to actually see them properly. Right. We'll also fill up here. So cattails are actually the best tinder, but right now I need them for making bamboo flasks. I should probably come back with a cart of some kind, but okay. So we can either go and sleep here and then go back in the morning, or we can just go. And I think we'll be okay to just go. Right, how close am I to being completely exhausted? Oh, we should be okay if we walk back. I think, as long as I don't run into a jackal, I should be okay. We're basically at the beach anyway. I'll sleep for about an hour and then we'll set off back on the boat. I'm gonna have to check this, but I think the bed on the boat is actually better than the bed I've got at the camp. Because I haven't upgraded the bed at the camp at all, so... And also, speaking of that, I find that this one is really useful. Yeah. The better sleep perks are really useful. 7.7 hours, okay? 7.7 energy, rather. So yeah, you gotta be careful about going too fast. Because if the ship slams onto the water, that will give you damage. Alright, I could use an energy potion. I don't know if I can make any. There is a potion you can brew for energy. And then on the Copper Island you can actually find coffee, which you can drink for energy. We're not going to recover a huge amount of energy, but the biggest concern is to make sure that we get up to the mountain early. So we're not affected by the wind chill by the time we come back. Oh yes. The bed on my ship is way better. So if you even want to think about going to Copper Island, make sure you take a bow. Seriously, make sure you take a bow. And you unlock that perk that I spoke about earlier. Alright, I've got a harpoon as well. So, yes. Perfect. How good are you? Yeah, fully healthy. Excellent. Yeah, I have to sleep. I have to sleep. I hate this, but I have to sleep. You know what? We'll come back and get the flexible branches on the way back. We'll go explore the sunken ship. The sailing goes up really quickly. Seriously. Yeah, sailing speed, and you save repair chance and reduce damage here, which is kind of important. But anyway, the reason I came here is because of this. Snake potion and special object. There is a snake potion here, somewhere. Underwater, apparently. Okay, yeah. Okay, we got that location, but we didn't pick up the stuff over there, which I think is a native map. Either that or a book. One or the other, baby. They're both just as good. And this would be where they poison those immortals and chuck them into the sea. Right here. You can just jump, but I think you take damage. Anyway. Shall we? Yeah, why not? Right there. He was holding the potion. Okay, but you don't take damage. And you should definitely practice your swimming, by the way. You should definitely practice your swimming. It is very useful. That should be the last item that we need from this, from the main island. There are some algae below this, below that rock over there. So we're heading here. That's the island you see over there, but we're heading there. You can kind of see the mast, just very faintly in between the island and the rock to the immediate left. There's a small stick sticking out. That's the mast of the ship. I think this contains another. You can pick up some crabs and stuff like that, some materials, but... some coconuts and stuff like that. And some crabs. A big stick, excellent. That's obsidian. I want obsidian. Give me. And a rope. Nice. Uh-huh. You can spend the time to map the place, but I don't think any of these small islands actually have anything worthwhile. Because I did it and I didn't find anything worthwhile. There do be the mast of the ship. So I want to park right next to the ship, although it seems to be... and there is a shark. So I've equipped my harpoon. You can get a copper tipped harpoon, but this one's really good enough. It does break a lot easier. Okay, there's that. Yep, and there's a number of things you see below there. Okay, he's dead. I took some damage, but he's dead. There's pretty much nothing else around here. But yeah, you should have some good swimming skills. And you don't recover energy while you're in the water, so yeah. You definitely want to park your ship nearby, because you can easily drown. And that thing... let me get the stuff first. Oxygen you can recover by coming up to the surface, but energy you have to get onto solid land. Otherwise, not happening. Okay, so the hole's over here. We open the door with the key. And there'll be a lot of loot around here. Yes, so you want that. Apparently these toolkits allow you to make steel tools. But that's not available just yet, so that's one for the future, I guess. And I haven't actually hit those guys, but I don't want to risk it. Because in real life, those things are nasty. Now, we should also find another skill book, I believe, here. That could be for sailing or swimming, one of the two. Probably sailing. Right behind should be this. That should be everything. Let me get 1 hour of sleep. They will harvest that shark. I'll bite back, you bastard. I'll bite back. No meat. Right, so 9 out of 10 interesting places, 4 out of 5 natives maps, and 2 out of 3 locations visited. but 2 out of 2 set of tools. All the missing stuff should be available here, but that's not where we're going. Right, it's getting to evening. We still have enough food, got enough water, so we should be okay without eating. I've been here, right? We could just go up there and get the flexible branches from there. 1 more hour? Sleep 1 hour? What was the path to get up there? Right, so it was beyond the bed. But yeah, one thing that I found kind of difficult to get used to is the fact that the days pass really quickly. So I just need 2 right now. I'll probably have to go back and harvest more, but I just need 2 extra. Just for the bow. There's a dog. Shit. Oh, what the? I don't want to fight you, buddy. I mean, I will eat you. You know what? Come at me, bro. You know what, bugger him. Those things take forever to cook. Chop the bird. Always keep an eye on those birds. Because the problem is that if they decide to attack you, it's going to be difficult to tell which angle they're coming from. Yeah, that's the path. It's getting dark. Ah, shit. I may not be able to do it. May not be able to do it. Oh, wait. Can I get past these branches? I should be able to, right? Oh, it's gonna be difficult. Okay. Sneak past. Just need 2. That was perfect timing. Any slower? Ah, wind chill status. Okay, that's bad. We can't heal. Okay. I'll have to start some cooking. Oh shit. Fuck! Okay. Okay, fine. Let me just bypass him. He'll attack me, but... Oh. Away. Oh, okay. Keep screwing up. Never mind. So much for being peaceful, eh? That's what I get for being peaceful. But yeah, we got the wind chill really quickly, I have to say. Kind of annoying. In any case, this side of the island is done. Okay, the ship's starting to slam into the water. Gotta be careful about that. Yes. 14 damage, 10 damage. Yes, exactly what I was talking about. So I think that depends on the wind. Although, yeah, I don't know when exactly it manifests, but if you see a ship going up and down, slow down. Slow down. Yep, okay, fine. I guess it's not a function of the sailing skill, is it? But higher sailing skill does make it more likely that you'll be running too fast. Oh, bloody hell, what the... And here we are. That was nasty. But anyway, I do need to start a fire. Oh, I need more fuel. One lesson that I've taken to heart is that you should drop anything except small sticks. Otherwise, you run the risk of actually using them as, fuel. Which you do not want. You do not want that. Oh, chance of injury. Alright, I'll run it. I'll run the risk. Level 5 cooking, hell yeah. I'm kind of risking it, aren't I? Okay, I'll tell you what, let's sleep 1 hour. Oh, now it's raining as well, okay. Alright, let me go sleep 1 hour on my boat and recover as much energy as possible. I leave the fire on because it takes longer to actually light the fire than it takes to pick up a stick. Later on you can actually use lamps to keep the fire going for basically forever. Because like I said before, 1 fat equals 4 days of the lamp. Oh shit! Fuck, oh no! No, don't come back. Come here, pendejo. He'll come back, so I have to kill him. I have to kill him, otherwise he'll come back. Anyway, I seem to have picked up a cut somehow. Okay, that should recover naturally, so that should be... Ah, and this is actually a good effect. We won't really need to swim where we're going, so... Right, now we have all the flexible branches that we need. 2 rope skins. And that should allow me to make you. Why do I have low energy? Okay, we have to sleep one night anyway, right? So, one more bamboo flask. Reason being, you can never have enough water. Oh, what? Still 65% chance of recovery, right? So still 65% chance of recovery. But in any case, I think this bed also gives us a good chance of... She gives a bonus to treating melodies? Maybe not this one. Maybe future ones. Okay, don't want to spend just need enough energy to finish crafting. The things that I need are lianas for more ropes. I need long sticks. I just ran out. And I also need some clay. When you reach Copper Island, the conditions are a little bit hotter than here. You're definitely gonna need the chemistry workbench. Well, at least access to the chemistry workbench. So I haven't got the kiln or the charcoal pile. They're not really necessary right now. Yeah, this one will be really good, but the amount of labor involved to get that. You need more clay. I need more clay, basically. I think we're okay. So I just need to finish the bow, right? A bowstring, okay. There you go, wooden bow. So that is the second best missile weapon. So I got about 5 bow and arrows that we picked up at that location. And with the perk to minimize the chance of arrows breaking, we should be good. Alright, let's make this. We're just in time to get some more sleep. Perfect. You can also block while you're holding the bow, so the bow is actually the best weapon. And a word of advice would be, take all of your water. Leave a little bit just for emergency, but take as much water as you can. So I'll take the dried dates. So the dried dates actually last forever, and they give you quite a lot of food, so yeah. Well worth collecting dates. And I'll just sleep until the morning, and then we'll set off for the lonely rock. Nice and calm, so hopefully our ship won't slam into the water. Yeah, I think the wind makes the waves stronger, so... Because right now I'm going at full speed, right? So, yeah. But yeah, once you get the catamaran, it doesn't matter. And by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, things like conditions like fog and rain actually make it easier to fish. Yeah, so there's 2 chances involved when you fish. One is that the fish will bite, which improves with worse conditions like fog and rain. So fog gives you a plus 20% chance of the fish biting, and rain gives you a 30% chance of the fish biting. But the chance to catch the fish after the bit, it depends entirely on your rod. So in this case we have a primitive rod, which gives us a straight 50% chance to catch the fish. I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure it's actually worth upgrading to the copper, to the improved fishing rod. Because that requires copper needles and stuff like that, so... It's good to get, it's good to improve your chance to catch the fish, but... The resources required don't really make it worthwhile. And the thing is, the only thing you get out of fish, aside from, say, meat, is fish bones for needles. There's a couple of places you can land on the island, but you want to find the one where you see the shipwrecked boat. Okay, this place is good enough. That should be... I'm not going to bother with a torch or anything like that, just because it gets windy inside. And that should be a book, I think. Yep, just a few extra collectibles. Aha. Medicine. Yes, so this makes living water actually heal every single disease that you have. So yeah, if you happen to have, for example, a normal wound, it will heal that as well. Santa Maria Cannoneer's note. My name is Blasco Ribeiro. I am a cannoneer on the expedition led by Juan Ponce de Leon, 1513 AD. Our ship, a caravel named the Santa Maria, was shipwrecked and thrown onto the rocks located 1 day north. Me and our cook, Pedro, left to scout the surroundings and if possible find an island more suitable to live in. Survivors of the shipwrecked Santa Maria are continuously firing cannons as a signal, but I'm afraid that the only remaining cannon will not last very long. A lifeboat crashed on underwater rifts near this rock and we had to swim here. When we reached the cave, Pedro slipped on wet rocks and broke his leg. We have run out of supplies and are starving. I will now leave Pedro in the cave down below and we'll go up. Maybe I can catch one of those birds circling around up there, or at least find their eggs. If Pedro and I do not make it and die here, please pray for us and take care of our bodies. Unfortunately, I can't bury these guys. I would love to, but I can't. There are a few things you can pick up on the way up here. And by the way, that note should have unlocked the Spanish way. Right, the Spanish way. That's unlocked. Just need to find one more natives way, which I think is above. So the canoe is the easiest way to get there, and definitely the recommended way. Just because the canoe is so much better than the raft. Right, that should be the final map for the natives. Correct. You're ready to travel to a new region. Lol, I was ready a long time ago. I was ready a long time ago, game. Now, I'm not gonna fire my bow, by the way. Just because this place is not very conducive to retrieving your arrows if you miss. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you retrieve your arrows when you miss. Which actually means that you want concentration 1. Because concentration 1 lets you see the arrows. Very important. Okay, I'm going to have to be really careful. Because the birds will attack. Now, if I can find a good angle. There should be 3. Yeah, there's the guy over there. And if the weather was clear, I think we should see some smoke signals. Come at me, bro. Fuck! I think I fell off the ledge. Oh, okay, fine. Not permanently. Oh, that was close. That was nearly death. These birds need to be careful. I've got a very long shaft. Come at me, bro. Come at me. I should take you on one-handedly. Wind chill. Okay. Yeah? You coming? Stabby stab. One of the birds may have just dropped off. Oh no, it hasn't. Okay. So it's very likely that the birds will drop off the edge. So now we should be free. There's also a nest somewhere. Over here. Perfect. And that do be a human. Or at least the remains of a human, eh? Yep, you don't want to step off the edge like I nearly did. Okay, that is a ship repair kit, I think.
This is the cannoneer from the crashed Santa Maria. Left without a boat on this rock, he was dying of hunger. Up on top, he found a nest and tried to grab some eggs. But the cannoneer underestimated the danger of these birds, the harpies. And the harpies pecked him to death. Maybe somebody else survived on Santa Maria. I should go to the crash site.
He's dead. Yep, improved ship repair kit. Okay, so that's it, I think. No more to do here. And also, so if we look at the map, we've done all 3 locations, all 10 interesting sites, all 5 pieces of the natives maps, and both sets of tools. So this region is basically done. Although I would recommend that you set up a permanent base over here, because a permanent base up here is not really a good idea. It's not a good location, especially for water. Yeah, so I tend to set up in the middle island and then just make expeditions northwards. And as you get better ships, it will actually take you a lot less time to get up north. You know what? Let's go north. Make sure you drink and eat before you set off, because you will still get hungry and you will still get thirsty. I found that to be a nasty surprise the first time I sailed without taking care of drink and food and sleep and everything like that. You gotta make sure you fill your meters before you go. Right, it should take... I think the first time it takes 10 hours. Okay, so no time passed, but if we sail back it will, yeah, it will take like 10 hours. Here we are. The Santa Maria is over there. You can see the mast between the rocks. There's a number of islands. Yeah, there's 3 islands. This is the Copper Island. That's where we need to go. That's where the copper is, as you might be able to guess from the name. The problem with this region is that it gets hot and it barely rains. So yeah, remember what I said about bringing as much water as possible? That's the reason why. It basically doesn't rain over here.